Welcome to Unicorn Gundam for fans. The Unicorn Gundam is a Universal Century mobile suit developed by Anaheim Electronics as a part of the Earth Federation's new UC project. Its purpose? To destroy any traces of Zionism in the Earth sphere. To accomplish their goals, they built a trio of mobile suits with a legacy of Gundams. Then, they armed it with a new type destroyer system. The Unicorn, Banshee, and Phoenix were all meant to be the final solution to the new type problem. Instead, they all became beacons of hope in their own rights. To reflect this theme of hope, the Unicorn in Gundam Evolution is a support unit focusing on the survivability of the team. Sometimes, however, the bright future we seek need force to ensure it becomes reality. In the Gundam Unicorn OVA series, the beam Gatling was first used to escape from Hollow. In the game, the beam Gatling is a mid-range weapon with moderate to high accuracy and decent range. Its drop-off was not very noticeable at 300 meters. However, major accuracy loss can be seen when firing the beam Gatling without aiming down sights. Aiming down sights only tightens the spread of the weapon and not the recoil. The Unicorn is capable of outputting some serious damage, with about 1,540 to 3,575 damage potential per magazine. The burst damage is not very high, so the Unicorn is unable to really challenge any mobile suits like Gundam, Pale Rider, or Zaku 2 ranged. The consistency of the weapon makes it so that it is possible to be gold damage on your team every single game, so get out there and shoot them down. The same beam Gatling will be equipped on the Unicorn shields from after the third OVA episode. This leads us to the shield funnel ability. In the last OVA, the Unicorn's funnels serve as mobile defenders and attackers. In the game, the shield funnels are only capable of attacking. It has about 300 meters of range, but the optimal launching range is actually 150 meters. When launching at 150 meters, you will get the best damage cap of 280. The shield impact does slight knockback and 200 damage. Each of the Gatling shots from the funnels only does 10 damage itself. The shield bits do get caught on walls and do not track very well, save it for situations where someone is getting on top of you and you need 200 damage fast. The Psycho-Frame Resonance is an ability taken from the last parts of the OVA, but Nadra's new type abilities have expanded to the point where he is able to deconstruct the inner workings of a mobile suit. We can then assume he would have been able to reconstruct it as well. In-game, the Unicorn heals 12 HP per second to nearby allies. This ability does not work through walls, so you must maintain a line of sight on your allies in order to heal them. The Psycho-Frame Resonance also works on the Unicorn itself. which helps repair on chip damage and keeps the suits in fights for an extended period of time. Something that the Unicorn also proves itself capable of is extending its side field in order to block incoming damage. During the final unboxing of the Laplace's box, the Unicorn and Banshee fully expended their cycle fields in order to stop a colony laser. In-game, it is adapted as a Psycho Field armor. Psycho Field armor in-game is capable of giving up to 300 armor to you and all of your teammates. The armor ramps up from 1 to 300 and then slowly degenerates. This is best used right before you and your teammates engage in an objective. A lot of the time though, the Unicorn will have to use the armor to protect itself from threats. You'll have to be smart about your armor timing since it is a ramp-up style armor deployment, unlike the Dom Trooper's instant armor deployment. The Beam Magnum is a weapon of mass destruction. In the anime, it can be seen destroying enemy mobile suits without even a direct hit. It is a truly impressive weapon that surpasses the output of most capital ship guns. In the game, it is a G maneuver of the Unicorn Gundam. Within around a 12-second window, you're capable of unleashing 6 shots from the Beam Magnum. Each shot does 350 AoE damage in a straight line, and 200 more upon direct impact. The Unicorn becomes unable to use both the sprint function and the shield funnels. You can use the Psycho Field armor ability as well as a dash in order to position better or survive long enough to unleash all of the shots. The Beam Magnum weapon itself, it is an impressive long-range weapon with piercing abilities, and it gives Unicorn some burst capability, which it sorely lacks. This G maneuver has one of the longest ranges out of all of the offensive G maneuvers. It will keep traveling until it hits something. Use it to keep teams from pushing through choke points, as it is broad enough to hit everyone in the corridor. It is this time where your team should now try to keep you alive during the duration of the Beam Magnum. Keep in mind that the shield units will be able to block your Beam Magnum shots from passing through, so it's always good to try to focus on something else. Also, keep in mind that when you pop Beam Magnum, there will be a global sound that plays. The enemy team knows that you're coming, so be aware from any counterattacks. The Unicorn is not a solo suit. There's rarely a case where the Unicorn itself can make massive plays, even with the Beam Magnum. The Beam Magnum more often or not attracts a lot of attention when you're already a high value target for the enemy team. This usually means that you should hold your G maneuver charge until someone else on your team goes in for a play. The top 3 skills you should focus on when trying to get better with Unicorn is tracking, positioning, and game sense. Tracking is very important for the Unicorn Beam Gatling. Being able to consistently hit headshots with the Unicorn is not difficult due to the unit being taller than other units, but being able to track fast units such as Exia and the Zaku 2 is an important skill. Positioning is key with the Unicorn. Your small health pool makes it so that most mobile suits can destroy you on a one-on-one fight. You must always be at the center of your team, providing consistent armor, healing, and streams of Beam Gatling fire. If you're caught out by yourself, you're dead. Unicorn is not a solo corner holder. Let the turn A or the Gundam do that. Stick with your team and give them the armor that they need. Game sense is another thing the Unicorn players need to focus on. Game sense is your sixth sense. There is a lot of tracking to do on your team with your weapon, but there are also invisible factors as well. The top 3 factors that you have to keep track of is where are the one-shot threats, like Barbados, Exia, Zaku 2 range, and the GM sniper. Who are the major players on your team? Look out for people that are really doing well, or stick with like the Sazabi or the Dom Trooper that can give you a little bit of tankiness. What are the cooldowns of the enemy G maneuvers? There's a lot of G maneuvers that straight up delete the Unicorn and prevent you from using your beam Magnum effectively, so you really gotta watch out for those when you're trying to play it. When you play Unicorn Gundam, just remember, stick with your team, believe in your allies, and follow the light of hope. That's how you play Unicorn Gundam for all you anime fans out there. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.